Okay. So a relative asked me about finding Synnøve Østensdatter's parents, specifically the mother, and we know that she's born around 1816, so I did find her birth or her christening pretty easily. So her mother was Kari Andersdotter, which is something my relative had seen in a tree but with no sources. But we have a source there, we have her christening. And so then I looked for her father's age, and I found him in the census. And what happened? So the person we're looking for is this one, Østen Thorsen. So he's 24 in 1801. But then his wife is Karen Thorsen. Kari and Karen, that's basically the same name, so that is nothing to be concerned about. But we have the patronymic, which is the same as her husband. So that is a concern because I only found this guy married once. Now they're both in their first marriage, would make sense. And then they have the son, deres barn, is a year old. So a thing to understand about the census records is that here we have several families living at Grove Farm. So it starts always with the head of one of the families. So this is the head of the first family, husbonde or husband, his wife, their child, their child, their child, their child, husband's parents, father, mother. So that is the structure of the census. Starts with the head of the family, which is the husband normally, and then his wife and their children, and then a lot of times you have parents or parents-in-law. So here we have the start of the next family, which is husband, his wife, their child, their child, their child, their child, husband's older brother, that means this guy's older brother, and his wife. So these are not this is the husband's brother, and the brother is an innerst. That means they live on the farm. Maybe they have just a room in the house, or like they don't own the farm. They just live there, and that's what innerst means. They could do something different, like he could be a blacksmith, but then he would normally say that in the census. But basically, they're not owning any land. And here we have a servant, tjenestedreng, and he's unmarried. And then we have our family. Starts again with husband and his wife, and their child. But there we have it, This is the husband's father-in-law, which is, of course, father of the wife, and his name is Anders. So her patronymic should be Andersdotter. So this is a mistake. And so here you have her sisters, because this is the daughter of this person. It always goes parents, children, and then you have the older generation. But like this is the daughter of the person in front of her, if you see what I mean, because it's his daughter, that means the daughter of the person in front of her on the list. And this is his daughter. And then we have a new family, husbonde, husband, wife, child, 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 child. And then you have the husband's mother. And then you have a new family, husband, wife, child, husband's stepchild, which probably means that his wife is married for the second time. So these are her children. Yeah, husband, stepchild, husband, stepchild, husband, stepchild, husband, stepchild. See what else? Oh, we have a servant, and then we have a new family. Husbonde, husbonde, husband, wife, child, 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 deres barn, their child. And then we have the husband's mother, and she's a widow, and she's been married once. And then you have a servant and a servant. I hope that explained some things. So the point here is that this is a mistake. It should be Andersdotter. So this is the right person, and she was 23 in 1801, and we have her father, Anders Davidsen.